Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Random Encounters Guild. Um, doing something a little different tonight. Instead of instead of a bunch of talented people who know what they're doing, we're going to have a game that's just me. Um, and anybody that's in chat, we're going to roll this stuff together. I've got the dice commands in chat. Um, so although I may reserve the right to roll my own if I don't like what you guys roll, but um, but the commands are in there. It's exclamation mark 1D10 or D4, D8, whatever it is I ask for. They're all in there, all the way up to 100. So um, I may be asking for some dice rolls from chat. First of all, this is Kinless. This is a Morkborg hack of well, it's a hack of Morkborg that is it's Viking themed solo adventure. It is a hex crawl, um, and it is random tables. Each hex is 6 miles long. You get 4 actions in a day. We will roll on random tables to see what happens on each day as we go through a hex. And anyone who has played or experienced Morkborg knows that it is a deadly, unforgiving game, and putting a Viking skin on it just makes it all the more deadly. So, um, but the idea of this, the setting is where we've been outcast from our our group, our tribe of our Viking town. And we're going to go through the beginning of the story here in a minute once we get going. But we've um, we've been outcast, and we have to. We're looking for vengeance. We're looking for revenge on our jarl. Um, but at the moment, we're on our own. We don't have any money, or we don't have any like gear. We don't have any people. We're just us. If we go back to our village, we will be executed. We get taken out into the woods and left, and and we have to figure out how to survive. Uh, so yeah, I kickstarted this game. I don't remember the year now. It's going on 4 years, I believe. Um, I discovered it on Kickstarter. I was in the depths of a Morkborg obsession. I'd just really gotten into Morkborg and really started looking into it. And I found this, and I backed it with. I had it was my birthday. It was in February, so I backed it with birthday money. And Chris Williams, who is the creator, the writer, uh, it has been a journey. It is he's had so many setbacks of a personal nature, illness. He lost a family member in, in a very bad way. Um, COVID, like all of it, has just been like it's been a thing. But he has never stopped working. He's never stopped pushing. He has never stopped, giving updates and keeping us aware of what was happening. And now at least it appears to be finally coming out. Um, Last update I got said that there was a couple of art pieces that needed to be finished, and then it was going to the printers. Um, I got the amazing leather bound limited edition cover with the rune on the cover. I'm very excited. I'm a sucker for a limited edition cover. Um, so I'm very excited to get it. But I have a preliminary like PDF file of the rules and a start of the adventure. So I've got the area that we're starting in on the map, and we've got a bestiary. We know what we're getting into. We've got enough to start. I've been planning this live stream for 2 years or longer, um, and now I have the tools I need to start it. Um, So we're just going to and we didn't have anything normally on Sunday nights, we stream something, whether it's an RPG or a video game. We've been doing a lot of Alien Fireteam Elite lately. Um, but one of my guys in Alien is a FedEx driver, so he's sort of busy at the moment and couldn't he was gonna be out of pocket for the next he was gonna be out of pocket for the next several weeks. So I thought that would be a good time to jump into this and see what see what we can do with it. Uh, how long we can survive, I guess. So the first thing we need to do is create a character. Um, and so yes, before we get going, um, that's okay. No worries. Um, Before we get going, I want to do some shout outs. I'm using Alchemy VTT. They have a Morkborg setting. I'm using that as the, the backbone of what I'm doing, but it's mostly just uh, for the visual and for the map. So yeah, here's the hex map of our world. And as I said, this is a hex wall, so we're going to be moving from hex to hex. Um, so that's I've got alchemy for that, thanks to our buddy Kevin Milner Press. Um, the music you're hearing is from our buddies at Norse Foundry. They This is a Viking themed album that they put out a couple of years ago, and it's fantastic. Um, I thought it'd be fitting to use in this, seeing as how I'm not going to be in our normal games. I run Sirenscape and I can use sound effects and I do all this stuff. But with this just being me, I figured it'd be better if I just let music play and not worry about having to DJ it. So uh, yeah, that is Norse Foundry, as are the dice I'm using. I got my fabulous gemstone, this is my bloodstone boulder. Um, and I've also got my gemstones that I was gifted from them a few years ago. I won a drawing, and if none of these uh, roll to my liking, I have about 6 other sets with them, all from Norse Foundry. So, and I can with this being a more skin in alchemy, I can always use the digital dice here if I if I decide. So, as I said, uh, the first start of where we're beginning with this is with character creation. We've got to come up with our our Viking, our warrior. Um, I did a bit of a search yesterday. Hey, Kevin, thanks for jumping in and thanks for the subscription with Prime. Um, I did a quick search on like Viking names and their meanings, and the name Einar came up as a lone warrior, and I thought that kind of fit. Uh, yeah, yeah, your protection money. Yeah, otherwise I'll send Dan back up there. Um, but the name Einar came up and it as meaning a lone warrior, and I thought that was fitting with what we're doing here. So our our guy is named Einar. Uh, other than that, I mean, he's got starting equipment. He's got an axe and his leather armor. That's just standard. That just comes. That's what you get when you begin the game. Other than that, I haven't done anything. I haven't rolled stats. I haven't I haven't filled out any of the character sheets. We're going to do that right now. So yeah, let's jump our rules, and we will look at character creation here. So we've already done name and gender. We're going male, we're going INR. Um, so for rolling stats, you roll 3d6 four times in a row. Um, and then we can put those in. Those give us a modifier that that goes in our agility, presence, strength, and toughness. Uh, Presence is our ranged attack. Strength is our melee attack. Toughness is our HP, our constitution, and agility is our speed, our agility stuff. Um, this is pretty much just like Northport. We won't use the roll itself. Whatever rolls we get, it's just the rolls we get will give us a modifier, and we will that that will go onto the character sheet. And going forward, it'll be a D20 roll with a +2 or a -3, whatever we get. So the first thing we need to do is roll 3d6 um, four times. So Kevin, I know Jenna had to step away to put the offspring to bed. You want to roll, you can type exclamation mark 3d6 and it'll come up in chat. Maybe it won't do multiples. That's a bummer. I'll have to figure that out. That'll do ones. So one, I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 5. Yeah, we'll just go through and roll like every other. We'll alternate. Roll every other one. If it will let you go ahead and roll again. Ooh, another 5. That's nice. Right. So we start the next set. That's 4. Give me another one. 2 and a 2. That's an 8. Give me another one. 3. I rolled a 4. Go ahead and give me another one when it will let you. I don't know if there's a cool down time on it or not. Oh, yes. All right. And for the first roll of the last one, I rolled a 5. And you rolled a 2. All right. We got for a board game, we got killer scores. We got really good stats. I'm really happy with these stats. So we got an 11, an 8, a 12, and an 11. So what that means, well, yeah, I mean a 0 is better than a negative. Um, so we got 3 zeros and 1 negative 1. So I say we put the negative 1 in either agility or presence. We're gonna need strength and we're gonna need toughness. Um, Now presence is what you roll for a ranged attack. So if we ever get a bow, it'll be, or if we throw a dagger or whatever, a ranged attack is rolled with presence. So just so we're clear on that. But I'm fine with that if that's what we want to do. Um, you are correct. All right, so we're going to go with a 0 in agility, -1 in presence. It was a -1, right? Yeah, it's a -1. 0 in strength, 0 in toughness. So, I mean, we're breaking even, which in Morkborg, that's good. It would have been nice to have had a +1 or +2 in either toughness or strength. But um, okay, so our starting hit points is a D8 plus our toughness, so it'll be a D8. And for this, I'm going to say we both roll, and I'll take the highest one because toughness is our hit points. That's what we need. So roll a D8. I will roll a D8. Ooh, I hope I make better than 2. All right, it's a 6. So we've got 6 hit points. Uh, for starting money, our mother slipped us a D4 of silver before they dragged us away. I'm not going to double roll this one. So give me a D4 roll and I will go with whatever comes up. 2. 2 silver. And as I said, for starting gear, we've got an axe, got light armor made from furs, and the boots on our feet. The axe does a D8 of damage on a hit, and the armor absorbs D2 damage when we get hit. And that's with more board games. The monsters don't attack, don't roll an attack. We roll a defense, and if we fail that defense, the monster succeeds, and then our armor takes can soak that a D2 of damage. So yeah, that is that's Einar. He's ready to go. Um, the awesome and talented Miss Jenna is going to do some character art for us. I've got a character, like I found an image, a Viking image, a couple of years ago, and I've been holding on to it all this time, thinking that was going to be my character image. But Jenna has graciously um, volunteered her talents to create a character image for this, and that will be in effect next week, I assume. We'll get it when we get it. Um, so yeah, and as I was saying, this is a more board game, so we'll go through like what we need to do with tests and everything when they come up. So so yeah, I mean, with that, we're pretty much ready to get going. I've got the PDFs open here for us to reference as needed. Um, I've got alchemy going here, and once again, alchemy. We're able to use alchemy because of Milner Press in chat. Um, he has graciously allowed me to use his alchemy. And here again, not only have I never done a solo game before, I've never done anything with alchemy. So this is interesting. It's going to be a learning bit of a learning curve. What I know of alchemy, I love. It is very well suited for a solo game. But I also know that it's been doing like I know Eric Frankhouse has been using it on his games, and to great effect. His channel is always looks really good. So I love how it's very cinematic. It's very it's not static. Like you can see the snow falling on the screen. Um, Welcome back, Jenna. We have created our character. Uh, Kevin helped me roll up my stats and everything. His name is Einar. He has a +0 in agility, a -1 in presence, a +0 in strength, and a +0 in toughness. So we sort of broke even. Uh, we have 6 hit points and 2 pieces of silver that our mother slipped us. Um, and that's pretty much it. That's what we've got. We've got an axe and we've got leather armor. And I was just about to start the story. You're coming back at the perfect time, other than missing character creation. But um, I was just about to do the backstory and why our mother slipped us 2 silver and why we only have an axe in our armor. Um, so let me pull up. Um, of course it did, because that's your jam. That is what you. And this is Morkborg, so there's no world building. Morkborg is just like throws you in and tells you to survive. Speaking of that, it may be a good idea for me to have my book. Don't know if I'll need it or not. I do have the Kinless PDFs here, but I'll keep my Morkborg book here if I need it for reference. Um, okay, so yeah, here we go. The story so far. Oh yeah, I'm probably not going to keep much of a journal type thing. Like once this goes up on YouTube, I'll watch it. I'll go back and watch it, and I'll take notes in alchemy, uh, just so I can remind myself what's happening. But for the most part, this is a hex crawl game. That's what I was telling Kevin before you came back in. Here's our world map. So it's literally moving from hex to hex and rolling on random tables and seeing what happens and trying to survive. So, story so far: life in the village was good. You were married, had some land, some animals, and occasionally got into squabbles with your neighbor. You worked hard and you lived well. Went on a few raids for the Jarl, neighboring villages mostly, sometimes places further away. You always came back, so everyone was happy. One day the stranger arrived, always smiling, that one. More than once you saw him whispering his secrets in the Jarl's ear. Raids became ever more frequent as the Jarl's demands grew increasingly urgent. Many lives were lost. Those who spoke out disappeared, often dragged from their homes in the middle of the night. When the Jarl's men came for your son, you fought back, maybe a little too hard. A man was killed on your land by your hand. You would pay dearly for that mistake. As you watched your only son, little more than a boy, taken away for his first raid, you felt no pride, only fear. Days later, when he failed to return, your heart broke. Was this retribution for your actions? You stormed the Great Hall demanding answers, but there were none. Instead, you were met with the silent stares of guilty men. Enraged, you hefted your axe and hurled it at the Jarl. Stranger simply stood there next to him, smiling when your axe was deflected as if by magic. You were still screaming threats when they hauled you outside. Visibly shaken, the Jarl stepped out, pronounced your punishment, and returned to his meal. A small armed group led you deep into the woods with no time for goodbyes or to pack even the most basic supplies. One of them, an old friend of your father, turns to you. "You'll be needing this," he said, as he threw your axe to the ground in front of you. As the others turned to leave, he looked at you one last time and muttered, "I understand, really, but by the gods, don't come back. There's nothing here for you now but death." So here we are in the woods alone with nothing but our axe and the furs on our back. We can always go home, but they have orders to kill us on sight. So we have to be ready. And that is where we pick up. So where we're starting in the map is right here in hex 186. We got the forest to the east and a nice river here to the west, running north and south. There's nothing in here yet about where our village is. In my head, I was looking at the map before going live. I think uh, I think our village is up here in 054 because that is an inlet coming in, so it's easily defendable. That's where the Vikings would have built a town. I don't see any place else. Maybe up here in 11 or in 27, but 54 here just looked like a prime piece of real estate. When Chris, when they drop the full book, there may be something. It may be up here, just straight up on the coast. But everything I've seen of Viking culture, they would use an inlet as a natural defense. So, um, so in my head, this is the square. I will reserve the right to change that if I get more information. But we are down here in 186. And Jenna, as far as our wife, we don't know. I mean, we had land, we had animals, we had so we don't know what happened to her or our house. I mean, for all we know, they burned the house down with her inside, or she became someone else's wife. Who knows? That is part of this whole thing. Is we've got to build ourselves up and get our vengeance. We have to get back and take out this Jarl and this smiling stranger. Vilka? We can go with Vilka. I like that. And by the way, I think you had me muted when I was talking about our name is Einar, uh, Einar. Um, I looked up Viking names and their meanings, and Einar meant lone warrior. So I thought it was a good fit for the game and for the setting and for everything. So I went with Einar. Um, so yeah, we're here in there's an I in there though after the E. But we can name him Einar's son would be his last name. We could come up with a name for him a first name, and I mean, we never saw a body. He could be alive and just didn't make it back for some reason, or was hidden from us for some reason. Like, who knows? But we never saw a body. We never got to have a funeral for him. So yeah, but Einarson would be his last name. So we can give him a first name, make it whatever we want it to be. Other than the super common Ragnar and Leaf and Eric, uh, I would like to come up with something original if we can. Um, I like, well, see, I don't think there's a table for names, at least not in the PDF that I have. Um, Eric, Erik, is like Leif Erikson. Um, but I like, what about Berg? Berg. It means mountain. That's what an iceberg is an ice mountain. So Berg means the meaning in Old Norse is mountain. So we would have named him Berg Einarsson. Um, so yeah, the first thing we've got to do, so we throw down like the guy threw down our axe right in front of us. We pick it up and we survey. Take a minute to look around. Let me. So we stand on the western edge of a dense forest. To the west, a twisty river runs north and south. So I am going to roll a d6. All right, I tell you what, you guys roll a d6. The exclamation mark 1d6. Uh, 2. Okay, so with a 2, we roll on the encounter table. Uh, do we want to be do we want to be I almost say we're starting at night. Like the us barging into the Jarl's longhouse was during the day, and if we're way up there in the north where the village is, by the time they got us all the way down here through the forest, it would be night. So we are. I'm gonna say we're gonna roll on the table for nighttime encounters. Uh, so give me a d6. I got a 1, so we're gonna combine the 2 that we get. Ooh, okay. All right. This is gonna get exciting right off the bat. We are gonna die. Um, So we pick up our axe and we start, like, we make our way over to the river, and we bend over. We're cupping water out of the river and getting a drink because they wouldn't let us. Of course, we don't have a water skin or anything. I don't know how to go back to this screen, but as far as the overlay goes, I can't turn that off. I don't have a still. Everything on the overlay is animated. I mean, it's possible I've got too many windows open because I've got I've got a bunch of stuff open just because I have to have it going. Um, I'm not getting any interference. Everything looks fine on my end, but um, so we get over to the river and we bend over and we're scooping up water, get a drink, and we hear splashing, and we slowly look up, and there's a large brown bear uh, to the north, uh, attempting unsuccessfully to catch fish. So the way we're going to the way we handle this is we roll initiative. Um, and let me go back to so that it's on screen. There you go. So for initiative, we roll a d6, and on a 1 or 3, the enemy goes first. On a 4 or 6, we go. Um, so give me a d6 roll. 1. The enemy goes first. So what that means is the bear decides you look like an easier lunch and attacks. And so we're knelt down, scooping water up, trying to get a drink. Our axe is tucked away in our belt, and this bear sees us at the same time as we see it, and and charges. Um, Let me roll down to the bestiary here and see. a brown bear, his stats are. Large brown bear. Oh my goodness. 19 hit points. Um, oh my gosh. We're about to die, y'all. Um, so its attack DR is a 16. That means you have to beat the 16. Um, hey, hey, Jonathan. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, did you get that base yet? I was telling somebody just the other day that I hadn't talked to you in a while. I didn't know if I needed to message you and see. Got it? Nice. Um, all right. So this is an important roll. So what I'm gonna do is we're rolling chat and I'm gonna roll Bloodstone Boulder. We're gonna take the highest. This is bad. Um, like I said, we have to beat the 16. So somebody give me an exclamation mark on D20 and please roll high. 6. Oh, yes. 19. Um, so that means he misses. So the bear comes running over and he takes a swipe like with a tries to claw us. And I'm gonna say like he slips in the water and kind of stumbles and misses his swing. Yeah, that's why on something critical like that, I think I'm gonna roll a physical die and let you guys roll, and I'm just gonna take the higher because Morg is deadly enough without me depending on digital dice. Um, okay, so now we get to attack. He has a 19 on his hit points, so we got to do some serious. We're either gonna have to we're gonna have to make some successful hits or run, and running is looked down upon. The gods will lose favor if we run. Viking doesn't. Um, so what we do now is we roll a strength test. We pull our axe out of our belt and we go to while it's swung its paw at us and missed, and we're going to try and just get it like right in the shank or in the neck maybe. Um, and again, we need to beat the 16. So give me another d20. I'm going to roll as well, just for just for pity's sake. Ooh, not good. Oh, that's what I rolled too. I rolled a 5. So we missed. Um, that means it gets another attack. So another defense roll for us, be another D20. Oh my gosh. All right, 13. That means it hits because I rolled another 5. Um, and it does it does 5 points of damage, but we can take uh, a D2 off of that. I'm gonna roll a D6, uh, evens and odds. So it does 3 points of damage, which is half of our hit in one hit. Um, and now it's our turn. Give me another D20. Oh, that was him hitting us. We only have 6 hit points, so we only had 3 more. I rolled a 14, which isn't going to hit him. So please roll. Yeah, he still has 19. We haven't hit him yet. We missed our first hit, our first swing, and we missed our second swing. Could easily kill us right here. All right, defense roll. Oh, I mean, we're at the river. We're standing at the river. It's just a matter of being able to reach down and snatch a fish out of the pond. Although I will say this, we do have where was it at? We do have we can call upon the gods to help us. Where did my music go? There it is. It's just a pause. Um, I need to. That's one thing we didn't figure out as our favor. Um, there's nothing saying what you what favor to start with. Um, After each combat you win, roll a d6. Uh, so I guess we're starting with 0 favors, so we can't do any of these, invoking the gods, that would possibly save us. Um, so the bear attacks. We gotta beat a 16. Another D20, people. Oof. Okay. The bloodstone is, we're gonna set that one aside for the evening. Hmm. Oh yeah. Give me a D8. Need the one in there. Okay. Okay. So that's good. That's good because our armor soaks 2 points of damage, so we don't take any damage. Okay. Got a shot. Here we go. Uh, Give me a D20 for us to attack it. We got to beat a 16. Yes. No, I got it. I got an 18. Uh, so that is a D8. Give me a D8 for damage. A D8. Somebody, please. Make it an 8. 3. All right, I rolled a 5. So we're going with that. That means the bear is at 14 hit points. Light suddenly fell on me. Um, so we hit it with our axe and get a good solid hit, 5 hit points. Now it's its turn again. D20. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right. So that is a miss. I rolled an 18 again. My small, it's not my boulder, but my small gemstone seems to be uh doing okay. So now we attack again. Ooh, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a 17. So we hit. So give me a D8 for damage. All right, we both got a 5, so it is at 9 hit points now. All right, here we go. It tries to bite us. Get D20. Oof. That ain't good. 15. Okay, so that is a hit. We didn't beat it 16 attack. So it does a D8 of damage. So give me a D8. Okay. All right. There again. Our armor soaks the damage. I rolled a 2 and you rolled a 1, so we're solid. So now it's our attack again. Here we go. D20. Got to beat a 16. That's another 18. So we hit. So give me a D8 for our damage. Grief, my D8 won't roll anything other than a 5. All right. He's down to 4 hit points. We may actually we may actually make this. So he tries to bite us again. Give me a D20. Oof. You roll better than I did. You want to know what's sad? You did roll better than I did. Uh, so so he hits us. So let's roll a D8 and see what his damage is, and if our armor soaks it. Okay, 2. All right, yeah. So our armor soaks it, so we don't take any damage. Although I need to double check about. No armor can be broken. Okay, yeah, it has to be damaged. The attack has to stay at damage. Okay, so our attack, we can take it out right now. Mid D20, need to beat a 16. 18, very nice, because I rolled an 11. All right. Let's go with the D8 for damage. All we got is 4 points. Oh, no. I haven't been doing its damage soak. It does a negative D2 of damage too. We'll remember that next time. This time we're gonna take it out. All right, that does it. So we take out this bear. It hit us pretty good. We took. I mean, we're pretty badly wounded, but we took it out, and we have I'm gonna put it in my inventory here on the sheet. We've got bear meat. Um, I don't think it will do a D3. I know I don't have it set for D3. So we've got enough bear meat for 6 meals, and a bear skin worth 12 silver points or silver pieces. You just have to find someone to buy it. Which I know there's vendors come and go. It's part of the game. So now we're here at the river. It's night, so I guess we could rest. Because I did say we were going to start at night. So what? We recover. Trying to find the rule resting. Here we go. Sometimes you need to catch your breath. Once using this action during the day, you will allow you to heal D3 hit points. Use it sparingly because encounters can still happen while you're resting. Um, but that's not what we're doing. That's not one of our daily actions. That's just maybe it is. Maybe that's meant to be our daily action. And that is a thing in this sacrificing is we could definitely do some of the meat. Um, oh yeah, and that gives us we do where was it? Um, After each combat you win, roll a d6. So give me a d6. All right, a 2. So we've got 2 points of favor, which means we are favored Tales of your glorious deeds have reached the gods and they are impressed. Things seem to be going your way. Um, and so now we can spend that to do these boons and things. Um, Now, as far as a sacrifice, where is that information? Um, so first you determine what you want to sacrifice and remove it from your inventory. Sacrifice silver must be at least half of your available total. Then you make a DR-14 presence test, which that's the one Kevin wanted us to have a -1 in. Um, and you add your favor modifier. So we would be adding a +1. So we got a -1 for presence and +2 for favor. So we would be adding a +1. Um, so yeah, we can do one meal of uh, of the bear meat. That will drop us down to 5. And I need a D20 roll or presence check. All right. So your offering vanishes and your favor increases by your success margin. So we needed a 14. And yeah, so yeah, so you rolled a 16, we get a +1, so 17 total. So so that bumps us up to max favor. Um, we're now at a +3, and that means we are loved. Your place in Valhalla is all but guaranteed. Hunger and fatigue are one level lower. +1 to ability test rolls when improving. Maybe improving armor or weapons or something. I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to figure that out. But and I didn't do hunger and fatigue when we started this. We'll probably get into that next week. Um, and so while we're while we're building a fire to do this to sacrifice this bear meat, we might as well eat. We'll cook up a meal of it and eat. That'll bring us to 4 meals left. And and we will bed down and rest for the night. So first things first, I need a D6 roll, please. 4. All right. So we regain 2 hit points. So we're at 5 out of 6. Now I'm not gonna ask you guys to roll this. I'm gonna roll a d6. If it comes up a one, that means there's an encounter while we're sleeping. If it doesn't come up a one, we sleep through the night. Everything's good. That's a six. So we sleep. We regain 2 hit points. We're now at 5 out of 6, and we wake up the morning refreshed and ready to decide what direction we're going to go in. We can't. I mean, we can travel north. Um, we don't want to go up here to 54. Like I said, I'm considering 54 is where our village is. So we want to stay away from there, at least for now. But we've got each one of these hexes is 6 miles across. So we've got plenty of ground to cover. We could head east into the mountains here. We could head south down here to where these islands are, or just hang out here in the forest. We will decide that after I take a quick break. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and get a drink, and then I'll be right back. It's not going to be just a couple of seconds, um, and we will decide what direction we want to move in. I mean, we could even go across the river. There's not much on the map there across the river, but there are squares over there, or hexes over there. We could definitely go over there and check out. See what we get into. Um, but we'll decide that when I come back. I'll be right back. Stick around with me. This has been great, guys. I'm loving this. So please stick around with me, and I'll be right back in just a second. Okay. Thank you for sticking around. Let me take a quick bio break. So now, question is, we're here in hex 186. and for each day we get 4 actions, and resting is one of those actions. Um, we can hunt, forage, and fish. We can move. Movement across the map is by hex. Each hex is 6 miles across, and we roll for encounters on that. Uh, we can rest, and we can sacrifice. Oh, and we can search. We can search the current hex and reveal a variety of secrets. Um, so the question is, do we want to go north along the river? Do we want to go east across the river? Do we want to go south along the river? Or do we want to go deeper into the forest uh, and see what we can get into? Now, I will say it does say that vendors are usually found along. How that works, I'm not 100% sure, but um, I do want to do this though. Let's. I know we're in a temperate uh, zone of the map. So yeah, let's just for fun, let's see what the weather is doing. So there's a table here for weather. So give me a D20. I'm not even gonna roll on this one. Just give me a D20. A 4. So it's calm. Calm. Perfect. Perfect weather. Um, so that's good. We don't have to uh, worry about weather and getting into any of that stuff. So the only thing we have to decide is what direction we want to go in. What do you guys think? We can go. I said we can go north along the river. We can go southwest along the river. Go deeper into the woods, either south or east or even northeast across the river. We would be we'd be crossing over into hex 176. That is a worthy goal. It flows to the south because it's or well, I mean the north here is the sea. Everything flows to the sea, so it's flowing north. but it's crossable. It's not like we're gonna get swept away, uh, but there is, I mean, there's a large lake area with several little islands down here in the south. But yeah, I would say that the river is flowing north, but we could easily cross it over into 176. No, we don't have any. We know, like I said in the, I don't know if you may have been putting Tabby to bed when I was doing the backstory. He went out on a raid. He got taken and went out on a raid, and then when they came back, he wasn't with them, and we snapped and attacked the Jarl. Uh, and so it was all kind of instantaneous. So we don't, as far as the story goes, we don't know where it was that they were raiding. Now that may come out later as we progress. Kevin wants to go across the river. Jonathan wants to go north. Oh, Jonathan, I can honestly say I've missed gaming with you. I am going to. Roll a so I'm going to say 177 is one, two, three, four, five. Here we go. Force Foundry, Tombstone, for all your random number uh, generating needs. Three. One, two, three. So we're headed down into 204. We're going to head south into uh, into a more forested area, but the river is still close by. Um, so that is 204. Up that hex. Western edge of an expansive forest, you hear a loud river to the west. The thick canopy allows little sunlight to push through. When rolling for encounters here, treat all doubles as special encounter results. So we're now in daytime. So I need 2d12, or actually for some reason, we figured out that, like, what I've got set for a dice roller in chat, it won't do multiples. So give me 1 D12, I'll roll the other. We'll add them. I just say, Jenna. All right. So Kevin got me an 8. I rolled an 11. So that is a 19. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's another brown bear. And what I am going to say, though, this is an event that occurs in this hex today. It doesn't have to occur right now. So we have our other, like, we've got 4 actions for the day. We've already moved from one hex to another. We can we can do some of the other stuff. Um, if we want to, like, we can do a search, or we can hunt and forage. I mean, we do have all this bear meat that we've already got, but either way, we're going to come upon a brown bear before the day's over. So we can hunt, forage, and fish, which we've left the river, so we would have to hunt or forage. Um, I mean, foraging would give us enough. We could find another meal. Hunting would be another. That would be a that would be a roll. Um, yeah. Uh, so my only thing I can see necessarily is that we can forage or hunt, um, but then we're going into combat with another bear. I don't know if we want to face a bear with a grudge, but okay, Jenna, I see what you're doing there. So, do we want to try foraging or hunting, or do we would just want to go into combat? All right. Uh, So give me a D20. Need to beat. We need to beat a well, it's a presence roll, so we got a -1, and we need to beat a 12. I need a 13 or higher. I rolled a 12, but thanks to Kevin, we get a -1 for presence. So that makes that an 11. So we forage. We try to find some berserker mushrooms. That's actually a really good idea. Um, I mean, yeah, we can do a we can let me see if there's any favors that we. So there's Raven's Flight. Gain a +1 morale bonus on one test today, or if you're broken, you gain D3 hit points. There's Find a Way or Make One. Invoke this before battle. Oh, let me go. Find a way or make one. Invoke this before battle, and you will not be broken until reaching -5 hit points. After battle, if you are alive with uh, less than 0 hit points, gain +1 fatigue and +1 favor. Um, Put your back into the oar. Invoking this boon doubles your movement across water for 1 day. That's not really anything good for us. Pursuit of Vikings negates any penalties incurred when moving through challenging hexes. Raise your horns. Companion falls. We don't have any companions. That's also a companion. Invoking the gods is I think that's well, we've got enough games. We don't need to do Hunter's Bounty. Um, Better Death is a good one to keep in mind for if we die. Um, don't have to worry about our stomach being filled. Um, yeah, the only thing I'm seeing, like, before we go into battle with this bear, we can do this find a way or make one. That might make us help us survive. Um, that would be our sacrifice action for the day, and we would have to make a presence roll uh, for it to work. But our favor is at 3, so we get a +3, -1 for our negative favor, so it would be a +2. Um, we would need a 12 or higher. Or we can sacrifice one silver piece or another meal of bear meat. And that would give us another +1. Our favor is at 3. 3 is the max. Yeah, this is really the only thing I see that might help us with this bear. Uh, it'll give us 5 extra hit. We would just have to make this presence roll. Right? So that means we're going into combat with the bear. I don't guess we need that screen. Oh yeah, that song's got a long blank spot on the end. Um, Now I will say this bear doesn't say large. The other one said large brown bear. This one just says brown bear. Okay, there's a heading for brown bear. Okay, so that one we fought before was a large brown bear, so it was a little bit beefy. Um, so brown bear has 14 hit points, and its attack DR is 14 instead of 60. So that will help. Um, so yeah, give me a D6 roll initiative. Four. Okay, that means we go first. So maybe while we're foraging and unsuccessfully finding any shrooms or berries or anything worthwhile, uh, we stumble upon this brown bear who is also unsuccessfully foraging. Maybe this hex doesn't have much in the way of vegetation. That means we go first. Now, what that means is we can attack it or we can stealthily make a retreat. The problem with that is we'll lose favor. Let me find. So I know what I'm talking about here. Um, so with favor, we can spend 1 point of favor to use our favor bonus on any test that doesn't already mention favor. Deduct the point before you roll. Uh, if the test already mentions favor, you don't have to pay. Um, Yeah, it's under combat. Running away. Vikings don't run. You can make a strategic retreat that'll cost you. You choose to flee combat, deduct one favor point, and look at the entry for your opponent. If it has a pursuit plus or pursuit number trait, that means it will pursue you for that many rounds. Uh, it will pursue us for one round. You can't run and attack at the same time. Being pursued, roll initiative each round of pursuit. So if we don't attack it, we will lose a point of favor and it will begin chasing. All right. Boss lady says attack. Uh, we get first strike because we rolled initiative. So give me a d20. Need to beat a 14. Oh, oh, that's a 20. Okay. Uh, that actually matters in this game. So you rolled a natural 20, lucky you. Attacking, we get 2 times damage. Do this before applying their armor die. Also, their armor is damaged and they are wounded. We are also doing the armor this time. I forgot it with the first bear, and that probably saved our lives. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it this time. So that means we get 2d8 damage. Do we want to roll 2d8, or do we want to roll 1d8 and multiply it by 2d8? We'll go with 2d8. Oh, it says 2 times. So it would be 1d8 and then double. Otherwise, it would say 2d8. So we jump out of the bushes and swing our axe and hit this bear straight in the noggin. So I need a d8. I rolled a 2. So you rolled a 3. So that's 6 points of damage out of its 14. So not a bad start. Starting out with a crit, good thing. So now we have to roll a defense roll because it's going to try to block us. Here again, we need to beat a 14. So give me a d20 roll. That's actually what I rolled here on the boulder. So 14 is what we needed. So it tries to claw us and we dodge it. And that makes it our attack again. So it's another d20. Oof. I rolled garbage. 15. That is a hit. We don't get the double. So give me a d8. 4. Not bad. I was just about to say, if you roll an 8, it's dead. Um, all right, so it tries to attack us again. It swings its claw. I rolled a 16, so it misses once again, and we get to attack it. So give me another d20. Boom. Actually, I rolled a 14, which is a hit, and I rolled 4 points of damage. So it's dead. Um, we don't need to do a favor roll because we're already maxed out on favor. But we do um, get 3 more meals of bear meat. That puts us up at 7. We get another bear skin. Puts us up to 18. So not good. Not bad. We handled that one pretty good. I do want to. Oh, you know what? Freaking, I forgot its. I forgot its armor soak again. I got a feeling that's going to be a. It's going to be a problem for me. Um, I got to remember that. I do want to check on. I wanted to check on hunger and fatigue, which we've got food, so we wouldn't be hungry. So we should have got more hit points for a full night's sleep. I didn't see that. Uh, I'm gonna leave it where it's at though. I'm not gonna fool with it. Um, I just wanted to see if there's something on here about fatigue. Disease, hunger, or pushing yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna say we're at zero. We're well rested, and at the moment we are well fed, which puts us at zero on the hunger scale, and that gives us we can. I mean, that's the event for the day. We can make camp here and rest for the night and regain this last hit point. Or actually, that yeah, we've already done our move, so we have to. So we make camp and we rest. That puts us back up at max hit points, 6 out of 6. We're at full favor. Um, it may be a good spot to call it a night. It's 20 till 10, but I don't know if we jump into another hex and have to fight another freaking brown bear. Uh, it may take up more than 15 or 20 minutes. So so I think we'll call it a night here, and we'll come back next Sunday night and continue the. I'm going to make a note of we're in hex 204. So next week when we come back in, I'll roll a d6 and decide what direction we go. But yeah, this has been good. This has been fun. As I said at the start, I kickstarted this game almost 4 years ago. I've been looking forward to it ever since I discovered it, and I'm really excited for it to finally be coming to fruition and getting completed. Um, I can't wait to get my limited edition book. I'm so excited for it. I'm a sucker for limited editions, and so that's what I backed. Um, I'm very excited to get my hands on the full game, but we've got plenty of game as we sit. Like just from where we're at right now, we've got. We're not going to run out of places to explore before they release the full game. So, so yeah, thanks to Chris Williams for Kinless and for getting us an initial, like a preview PDF of the story and rules. Um, and as I said, our music tonight was from Norse Foundry, as was the dice I was rolling. I've been rolling my gemstones all night. These haven't gotten to work out in quite a while, so it's nice to get them out and get them rolling. Um, and, and Jenna's been working on our character art this entire time. Uh, you are a saint among among lesser beings, Jenna. Uh, so yeah, going forward, we will. I'll run this again next Sunday night. I'll jump back into this and we will decide what's going on. Tomorrow night we will have our Blades in the Dark campaign, which is being run by Jenna. Cubus Octopus in chat. Um, we've got two new players that are more. We're running a more consistent game now, so that will be tomorrow night at 8:30 Central. We've been having a great time with that. We love Blazing the Dark, so we've been having fun with that, and it's good to have a more consistent crew. Um, if you would like to play a game with us, whether it be Morgborg or Blades in the Dark or Pathfinder or Dungeon Crawl Classics or whatever, feel free to join us over on our Discord server. Uh, we love having new players come in. The whole purpose of the server is to teach people new games that they've not experienced before, or to give a GM a chance and a safe space to GM a new game. Um, we love playing new games with new people. So if you're a GM and would like to try something new or try a new game in a welcoming community, by all means, check us out there on Discord. You can follow us on YouTube. This stream and all of our streams will be on YouTube next day. Um, we have our entire Blades in the Dark campaign is already on our YouTube channel, so that's all there in place. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for me this evening. Uh, I would go look and see if somebody's available to raid, but it's kind of late, so I think I'm just going to call it a night. Um, thank you to Kevin, Jenna, and Jonathan for joining me this evening in chat and helping me roll our character and our adventure. Um, I really enjoyed this. I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I expected. Uh, I was kind of nervous about doing a solo game, especially live on stream. So uh, you guys made it fun, and I can't wait for next week now. So yeah, have a great week, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow night for Blades in the Dark. Yeah, yeah, I haven't ever liked playing with you. Kevin. That's nothing new. Yeah, that's always been me. Actually, I'm joking. I really miss playing. I want you to come back. Um, even if it's to play Pathfinder, I'll play Pathfinder if it means you coming back. I'll play it. I don't know if I wanna run it while playing, but, but yeah, see you tomorrow night for Blades in the Dark. Please come join us because that's a fantastic game. These new players, uh, these new players we brought in are great. Scott and Brandon are both really solid players. They've, they've really added to the story in just a couple of sessions. So, and of course, Jenna is always fantastic. So, it's her game. We all just kind of live in it. So uh, check us out there tomorrow night, 8:30 Central. Uh, if I don't see you there tomorrow night, I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you here next week, next Sunday night for more Viking awesomeness. Thanks, guys.